Hello fellow Island riders, glad to have you along for the adventure again this morning. Not too much of an adventure going on this morning. It's just more or less me riding to work. Just taking a more interesting commute to work than I normally do. I've got multiple ways of getting there, which I love about living in Prince Edward Island. There's so many cool little trails and dirt roads that you can string yourself to get anywhere really. But today is Friday, so happy Friday. Hope you guys have a great weekend planned. I hope you had a great week. And in addition to being Friday, it's the last Friday of the month, which means it's channel update time. Yeah, it's time to get a little bit reconnected. Since I publish and film my videos so far in advance, I always like to reconnect with you guys a little bit, and take a little bit of an opportunity just to get kind of recentered timeline wise, you know what I mean? So we're here in November, almost November. November next week. It's the end of October, and as you can see, most of the leaves are on the ground now, so that means we're transitioning into winter. So that means the riding season's pretty much wrapped. Today I'm basically riding at my limit. It's like 5 degrees Celsius right now, and my rule is, if it's under 5, I don't ride. But it is not under 5 today. So, we get to do a little bit of channel update talk. So, I'm going to get us out on the road, and we'll pick it up from there. So yeah, like I said, we're transitioning on Prince Edward Island as a whole basically to the winter season. So all the really cool touristy shops and such, they're all going to be closed up now. Pretty much Cavendish closes the door, throws away the key into the summertime, and a lot of the other places do similar. And like you can see, there's still some leaves on the trees here, but most of it's on the ground and needs to be raked up in my place, that's for sure. So yeah, mornings are getting colder, but that doesn't mean the winter or the riding season is over by any means. Not for us here at Island ADV, that's for sure. Now, one of the benefits of me filming ahead so far in advance is that we get to have videos regularly on Mondays right through the winter season. Yeah, this is also the time of year where I start making my big list of things that I want to do to the KLR 650 here. And I got a list going, that's for sure. Some of it's very obvious, like I got to get a new helmet here. Like this helmet is it's aged out. Yeah, and I want to get new luggage. I want to redo the electrical distribution system, and there's a bunch of maintenance. But that's another thing that we do in the wintertime. And I usually talk about this in the November channel update, but here we are. I usually do bonus videos in the winter. So every couple weeks or so, I'll throw a video up on a Friday, and that's usually a new mod video or a maintenance video or something like that. Just something that we can use to help get us further through this winter season. I found when I did it last winter, it made the winter just fly by. So now on to the real channel update stuff. Whenever I do these, I usually like to talk about, where we've been, where we're headed, and where I am kind of right now a little bit, and what I've been doing recently. So, by now, you guys are just finishing up, almost finishing up the New Brunswick series. There's one more episode left for that on Monday, and that episode gets us back to the red dirt roads on Prince Edward Island. And I like that one a lot because it has all three aspects of the riding in this bike. It has the ADV riding, it has the street riding, it has the dual sport riding as we go and check out the Plan B trail system, or at least get a little bit of a taste, you know what I'm saying? And we revisit that though, and that's kind of what I've been up to lately. I went and did a lot of new trail and new route scouting here on Prince Edward Island. Particularly in the Fort Augustus area, we found a really cool spot. That's going to be a really cool video. Again, I'm sorry you guys won't see that for quite a long time, but again, film in advance. And then what else have I been doing? I went up to the Glen, which is an area just north of Surrey. and that's a beautiful place to go in the fall. Oh my god, I've been throwing some stuff up on the Instagram there just ahead of time to give you guys an idea of like how cool that looks. Oh man, is it ever a beauty spot. We moto camped there overnight. That was just me, I guess, but it was a beautiful spot. Beautiful spot. But I'll tell you as well, you know, even just this morning out here watching the waves crash out there on the way to work, man, that's pretty beautiful too. Oh, I love this spot. I love this way to work in the morning. It is a little bit longer. I do end up working through my lunch to kind of cover it off, but it's worth it. Imagine living up on that spot, eh? Holy smokes. There's some nice houses up there. And we're up to Cove Head. Pretty Cove Head. I love this place. So, what did you think of New Brunswick? How'd you like that little rip up there? That was a really fun series to film, and it was really nice getting back home too. Oh man, it was so awesome just to get back and see some family, and then see some old spots from you know, my childhood. I love doing that. There's a lot more to New Brunswick than that, that's for sure. We barely scratched the surface of the tip of the iceberg of New Brunswick with that video series. So that being said, if you're interested in seeing more of New Brunswick, there's actually a lot of really good YouTubers that are out in New Brunswick, and this is the part right now where I tell you who they are. But first, if you're interested, there's a list of them in the description of the video. You can check it out there. There's links to some of my favorite videos that they've done recently, so you can check them out. If you are of the ATV, you know, quad, side-by-side persuasion, if you like riding that stuff, some great channels for that. Number one, right off the top, Maritimer ATV. Oh my god, he does so many awesome videos, man. Like, I love watching that guy do stuff. He's got a lot of really cool long form adventure riding, and it's ATV. He's got an African twin, and it's just, you know, him and his little dog Wendell. And he puts Wendell up on top of the ATV there in a little milk crate with some foam padding, and they go on these adventures together in the woods looking for waterfalls. I think he found a castle recently, which was really neat. So check him out for sure. You'll get to see a really cool side of New Brunswick there. Another one along the same lines, more side-by-side stuff, but again, you know, really chill adventure style exploration is Kings County Adventures. This guy is really awesome. I think he's up near the Sussex area. A lot of his videos are, you know, take place around the mechanic settlement, Larry Adair's, Sussex, and he gets out with the drone, and he's got some videos right now recently with some fall foliage there and fall colors up in that area. It's just astounding, the video footage that he gets, so check him out as well. Now, if you like all that kind of stuff with these side-by-sides, but you like to see the mud, oh my god. I think about some of this guy's videos, man, and they just blow me away. This guy is some 506 side-by-side. He has a Honda side-by-side, and he treats that thing like a submarine, man. Oh my god, you should see some of the videos he has where him just slogging through the mud with his buddies. And that's one thing about like New Brunswick. New Brunswick's all about the mud. If you're looking for mud, go to New Brunswick, find some of these trails. Oh geez, check him out as well. Links are definitely in the description. As we're getting out of the park, getting closer to work, let's talk about New Brunswick channels that feature more of this kind of stuff, you know? ADV Dual Sport, number one right off the hop, KLR Phil. Man, long time member of the Island riding group, and he's just got himself set up with a really dialed in motovlog kit. Like his helmet, his audio, better than mine. Like he's got it going really good. And if you're looking to see some really neat stuff in southern New Brunswick, he's putting out some videos there now. Again, like that, like he's at the end of the season, so you know things might dial back. And he's got a bit more of a chill approach to YouTube as well. But still, if you want to get a taste of some KLR on New Brunswick, check him out. He's got a really cool video there that he released a little while ago where he takes one of the cable ferries across. I think he took it across Kennebecasis, didn't you? I get the Kennebecasis and the St. John Rivers mixed up all the time. They look virtually the same to me, and you know, once you get further on down towards Hampton and Quispam. If you're interested in more dual sport enduro stuff, oh yeah, man, lots of that going around on YouTube for New Brunswick. Babineau Moto does a really great channel for that, and is associated with the New Brunswick Dirt Riders Association, which is like just basically a group of dual sport and motocross riders in New Brunswick. And he's a really, really good guy. He's got some really wild videos there, enduro, dual sport stuff, bashing around in the woods, and it's got some great videos of that up there. Another one, I think these guys are in the same area, maybe not, but All Road Rider. He's got a very, very great channel. And yeah, like he does a lot of the same. He's got a crew of guys that he usually goes out with, and he just bashes around through some of the really cool trails that are up along the 4-lane highway there, that, you know, getting into the hydro cuts, getting into the places that I usually don't take the KLR. And I take the KLR, you know, to be fair, I take the KLR to some pretty wild places, but he takes this bike, whew, into some pretty awesome spots. And lastly, but definitely not least, there's NB Enduro ADV. And this guy is a little bit up more northern New Brunswick, I think, northern central New Brunswick. I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong there, bud. Again, along the lines of like just tracking through rail bit trails, busting up the enduro and dialing up the dual sport. This guy's got some great channel content as well. So again, all of these folks are in the description. Hopefully I've gotten your attention there, guys. I'm using that new mention mechanic in YouTube, trying to flex that and see how that works. But again, I really, really, really enjoyed being back in New Brunswick. And, you know, boys, we're going to have to get together and go for some rips here next season. Yeah, so much I want to do. Oh my God, there's so many ideas. I got to start writing them down for next season. You know, it's a shame the season's coming to a close. But, you know what? We got some cool stuff coming. We got some really cool stuff coming. Witches River starts in December, folks. December 18th is when we launch that, our big series. I cannot wait to share with you. But if you still have a ride season, sorry for all the wind. if your ride season's still going, ride safe. You know, judge the conditions. It's getting colder quicker. It's getting frostier on the ground. And if your off season's already started, well, man, put your feet up and relax. You had a great one. You know, and I really enjoyed sharing mine with you. And I am looking forward to sharing all the videos that are coming up with you as well. So, as always, ride safe, take care, and get out after that adventure, Island Riders.